Hello and welcome to Legendary Lives, where the greatest figures in history rise again through their stories of courage, vision, and destiny. In the turbulent years following the French Revolution, when France was torn apart by chaos, blood, and uncertainty, a young man rose from obscurity to rebuild the nation and shape the destiny of Europe. His name was Napoleon Bonaparte. Born in 1769, he was neither rich nor noble by Parisian standards, but he carried a spirit that could not be ignored, bold, intelligent, and endlessly ambitious. From his earliest days, Napoleon Bonaparte displayed a mind of unmatched brilliance. At the Siege of Toulon, he turned the tide of battle with a daring plan, earning France its first victory and his first taste of fame. At just 24, he became a general, the youngest in France. His Italian campaigns soon followed, where he faced vast Austrian armies and shattered them through speed and precision. His soldiers adored him because he shared their hunger, their risks, and their victories. He rode through cannon smoke, shouting commands with unshakable calm, his uniform stained with mud and powder, his presence igniting courage wherever he appeared. When the revolutionary government fell into corruption and weakness, Napoleon Bonaparte saw his country drowning in confusion. In 1799, he seized control through a bloodless coup and became first consul. But instead of ruling through tyranny, he rebuilt France from ruin. He created the Napoleonic Code, a system of laws that became the foundation for modern justice across the world. He opened schools for all, stabilized the economy, built roads, bridges, and canals, and gave the nation hope again. He believed that talent, not birth, should determine success, and under his rule, soldiers, scholars, and farmers all found purpose. In 1804, Napoleon Bonaparte crowned himself emperor. Before the eyes of Europe, he lifted the crown from the Pope's hands and placed it upon his own head, declaring that his power came not from kings or priests, but from his own will and the people of France. His empire became a model of efficiency and order, rewarding merit and loyalty over privilege. His reforms in law, education, science, and art reshaped the nation and inspired progress across the continent. On the battlefield, Napoleon Bonaparte became the embodiment of military genius. At Austerlitz in 1805, he crushed the combined forces of Austria and Russia in a single day, a battle that remains one of the greatest victories in military history. His strategies at Jena, Wagram, and Friedland stunned Europe, proving that intellect could triumph over numbers. His Grande Armée, disciplined and loyal, marched from Spain to Poland under his command, their spirits lifted by his courage and vision. Yet Napoleon Bonaparte was not merely a conqueror, he was a reformer. Wherever his armies went, he abolished feudalism, encouraged science and administration, and laid the groundwork for modern governance. He dreamed of a Europe united by reason and progress, not by oppression. His influence reached beyond his empire, shaping laws, education systems, and national identities for centuries to come. Even after defeat, his courage never faded. Exiled to the island of Elba, he escaped and returned to France, reclaiming his throne without bloodshed. His soldiers wept with joy as they shouted "Vive l'Empereur," while he rode among them. For one final time, Napoleon Bonaparte stood at the head of his nation at Waterloo. Though fate turned against him, his legend only grew stronger. In exile on St. Helena, Napoleon Bonaparte reflected upon his life. He spoke with pride, not bitterness, for he had transformed a broken France into a symbol of power and progress. His laws, his reforms, and his ideals survived long after his empire fell. He died in 1821, but his legacy endures. France remembers Napoleon Bonaparte as the man who turned revolution into order, chaos into civilization, and ambition into empire. His name became a symbol of willpower and destiny, a reminder that greatness belongs to those bold enough to seize it. As he once said, impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools. Thank you for watching this story of Napoleon on Legendary Lives. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more legendary heroes who shaped our world. Comment below which hero you'd like to see next, because our journey through history has only begun. Together, we'll continue to explore the courage, vision, and destiny of the greatest lives ever lived, right here on Legendary Lives.